This is Ag Matters PM from the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network, brought to you by the Iowa Soybean Association, your daily recap of the information that affects Iowa's farmers, producers, and consumers, right here in the heart of the heartland. With reports from our award-winning broadcast team of Dustin Hoffman, Riley Smith, and Mark Magnuson. Now, from the IARN studios in Des Moines, here's Mark Magnuson.
Hello and welcome into Ag Matters PM from the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network. I'm Mark Magnuson. Today is Monday, September 23rd, 2024, and welcome into the first fall episode of Ag Matters PM for the year. In today's episode, I will be joined by Diego Casanello. He is the new CEO at Farmers Business Network, and we'll learn all about Diego's plans for the future with FBN. That's coming up in today's episode. But first, let's get a word from our sponsor, the Iowa Soybean Association and the Soybean Checkoff. You're watching Ag Matters PM.
Iowa Soybean Association is driven to deliver for Iowa's 40,000 soybean farmers. We're proud to provide objective agronomic research, a helping hand with soil and water stewardship, and timely industry news powered by the Soybean Checkoff. Learn more at iasoybeans.com.
On today's episode of Ag Matters PM, I am joined by Diego Casanello, the new CEO for Farmers Business Network. Had the chance to catch up with Diego at the Farm Progress Show here recently, and here are some of the plans for the future for Farmers Business Network.
Mark Magnuson for the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network, and I'm joined today by Diego Casanello. He is the new CEO at Farmers Business Network. Diego, first of all, congratulations on that exciting achievement. First of all, we wanted to talk about Gradable here today, and I know there's been some big things in the works, but let's start with the basics first and remind our viewers what Gradable is.
Yeah, well, we have been offering already sustainability services to farmers and particular certifications to qualify for premiums, for sustainable air fuel. We've been doing this with ADM and with other partners for years now. And now we formalize a joint venture with ADM to basically bring this service to many more farmers. And we're working with other bioethanol producers like Poet and more to reach really every farmer that wants to get those premiums because they are qualifying for those programs.
So it was a partnership with ADM, but now it's just kind of opened up to the entire world.
Yeah, we are basically an open platform. So we are working with anyone that wants to basically offer that type of services to the farm. And so we work with many commercials in the US. We're bringing this also to Canada. And we're building the industry platform, right? I mean, for customers, for farmers to apply for those premiums.
Has it become the go-to place then for these types of programs and for people to learn about and see if they're eligible for these programs?
It's already the go-to place. I mean, we have already paid more than $30 million in premiums to farmers. There are programs that pay $25 an acre, and we are growing and growing every year. We see a lot of traction, and I think that many farmers should go to fbn.com, check out our programs, and we're happy to explain them more.
And is there also then a list of requirements for what you need to actually meet the sustainability requirements to see if you qualify?
Yeah, so there are certain requirements in terms of fertilization programs, in terms of cover cropping and no tillage, but go check it out. There are different options, and many farmers are already doing it, but they're not having access to those premiums. So we are also helping those farmers have a reward for what they're doing.
Farmers Business Network, it's in the name. It is a network of farmers, and we talked with Ian Lohr, Farmers Business Network, recently about the price transparency report that came out earlier this summer. And for our listeners that don't know about the report, it's a way to kind of see exactly what everyone's paying really across the country for products that are exactly the same, and you can see those differences.
Yeah, well, we are a farmer-to-farmer network. We have more than 90,000 members in the US and Canada, and we're all about price transparency. We want to bring the best deal to the farmer, and we are selling inputs through our platform online, but also through our territory managers. But you can get to see if the deal you're getting from FBN or from anybody else is a fair deal. So you'll see information, from other price points for the same product in your area. And we believe that price transparency is the least that farmers deserve. And we're happy actually to be the ones to bring this forward.
Thanks so much to Diego Casanello, the new CEO at Farmers Business Network, for joining today's show. You can catch that full interview by clicking on the link, which is located right about here. It's time now for our closing market coverage, and we're joined on today's show by Robin Schmall of agmarket.net. At the end of another trading day, we are joined by Robin Schmall of agmarket.net for our closing market discussion. Robin, what did we see take place in the grains today?
Well, we saw some surprising strength in the grains, even from overnight, and that gained strength during the day. Now, corn was probably led higher by wheat. Wheat was really the stronger one in that area of the complex, and it's debatable whether soybeans were led by the strength in meal or oil. It seems like soybean oil was probably more of the driver of the market, but nevertheless, we were quite a bit higher, and that was a little surprising based on harvest progressing. Now, we did have export inspections out earlier this morning. Corn at 43.417 million bushels. That was almost doubled of last week. Soybeans at 17.829 million bushels, just slightly higher than the previous week, and wheat was at 26.127 million bushels, and that was last week was 21.634. Now, we did have a flash sale of soybeans of 4.4 million bushels to China on Friday. Corn harvest today is supposed to be, or I should say, estimated at 16% done, beans at 13% done, and spring wheat 96% done. So we'll probably see that pick up here as we see this unusually or above normal temperatures for the weather and even for some of the extended forecasts. Now, dock worker strike is possible on October 1st. In a week-long strike could cost the U.S. $4.5 to $7.5 billion. So that's something that's really concern that's up and coming here potentially next week. The other thing that's of a concern is the clock is winding down for the Farm Bill. The extension of the Farm Bill is supposed to end on September 30th. Now, there's been some talk, not a whole lot, so don't put a lot of stock into it, but some talk about even a 2-year Farm Bill extension, which I think that would be fairly devastating at this point in time. Their push is to get something done, but that'll be interesting to see how that comes by next week as far as whether there's going to be another extension or what's going to go on. So that's another thing that we can really have an impact as far as all agricultural markets are concerned.
Now, on the other side of the ag marketplace in the livestock complex, for most of the day today, Robin, we actually saw the livestock going along for the ride as well with that price movement to the upside. Did we continue to see that throughout the rest of the day? Yeah, we did.
Sometimes when we see grain prices higher, we see livestock back off a little bit, but that wasn't the case today. Some of that was fueled by technical buying. We've seen some good strength in the cattle market. Double bottom that was made here about 2 weeks ago or so, that's maintaining itself, pushing higher. Cattle on feed report we had on Friday was fairly neutral. The on feed was 101%, just slightly higher than the estimate. Placements at 99%, just slightly higher than the estimate. And marketing's 96%, that was slightly lower. So we had a pretty neutral report there. So it went back down to looking at cash traded higher on Friday last week, $2 higher in the northern dressed, $2 to $3 higher in the south for lives. Packers really weren't able to purchase a whole lot of cattle ahead. There's only 11% that they purchased last week for deferred delivery. So they might be in the same position as last week when they didn't have a lot bought ahead and feedlots held out and they got higher prices. Now, midday box beef choice was up at $1.44, select up 33 cents. That's a good sign that we're seeing a little bit more support under the product market as well. Now, USDA will award funding for $35 million to boost U.S. meat and poultry processing capacity. These grants are aimed to support local food options, lowering grocery store prices, help farmers and ranchers to compete a little bit better. So those are out there. They are going to award that on the hog side. Futures continued to defy cash and cutouts today. They moved to the highest level since early June. So we've been struggling a little on cash. We struggled a little on cutouts, but yet the funds are still defending their long positions. They added to their long positions on the Commitment of Traders report. Now, Hog and Pig report will be out on Thursday. Was too early today for any adjustments or looking forward to positioning ahead of that report. And really, it was surprising that we did see that strength today, because the National Direct morning report was down $3.13 on cash, and cutouts were down 56 cents. So it seems that the optimism is there for stronger prices as we move further through the year.
Robin, what's the best way for our listeners to get in touch for more marketing information?
You can call me directly at 877-256-3253 or go to our website, agmarket.net. An 844 number is listed there. You feel free to call in and somebody will answer the phone and be glad to help.
Robin, thanks for the analysis and helping us to navigate through this positive day in the ag marketplace today. We'll speak again soon. Have a great rest of your day.
All right. Thank you, and you as well.
That was Robin Schmall of agmarket.net with our closing market summary. It's time now to take a look at those closing numbers, which can be found anytime under the Markets tab of our website at iowaagnet.com.
December corn closes up 11 3/4 at 413 1/2. November soybeans up 27 1/4 at 1039 1/4. October soybean meal up 9.10 at 326.50. October soybean oil up 46 cents at 42.62. Chicago wheat up 14 even at 582 1/2. Minneapolis wheat up 11 even at 619 even. Kansas City hard red wheat up 13 1/4 at 577 1/4. December oats up 1 3/4 at 368 3/4. On the Merc, October live cattle up 77 cents at 183.25. October feeder cattle up 57 cents at 244.47. October lean hogs up 7 cents at 82.30. October pork cutout up 42 cents at 91.62. Class 3 milk is down 9 cents at 23.82.
And that is our closing market recap for Monday, September 23rd, 2024. And that brings us to the end of today's episode. You can find all of our content on our website at iowaagnet.com. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click on that notification icon as well, as that will let you know whenever we have any new videos available. You can follow us on social media at TikTok, Facebook, X, and LinkedIn. And also, don't forget to listen to our morning, midday, and closing market podcast, which can be found wherever you find your favorite podcast at Apple, Amazon, Google, Spotify, and Podbean. Make sure and check out our daily Iowa Ag Matters podcast as well. From the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network studios in Des Moines, I'm Mark Magnuson. For Riley Smith, Dustin Huffman, and Andy Peterson, we thank you for watching. This has been Ag Matters PM.